Hello and welcome to an Emerald Imperium challenge run. I'm doing monotypes and today I'm using the ice type. Traditionally a pretty weak type defensively, but I'm going to try and take advantage of the snow to buff up my defense, as well as some of the new abilities and moves that the Pokemon get. I'm doing a Hall of Fame clause, so once I've used them on, I'm not going to be able to use it in any other teams for any other runs. And I'm also only using one legendary / mythical / paradox Pokemon to make teams more interesting. But at first I've got Ninetales holding the Icy Rock to extend my Snow Warning, Timid Nature, Blizzard, Moonblast, Aurora Veil, Freeze Dry. Pretty standard Ninetales moveset. Set up the Aurora Veil, made me more bulky. I've got Mamoswine with the Thick Fat, Adamant Nature, Ice Shard, Stealth Rock, Icicle Crash and Earthquake. Hits super hard. And I'll set up the rocks if I have a chance. I have Mega Abomasnow, who has Snow Warning, but that changes to Slush Rush when it Mega Evolves. Run it Modest. I have Giga Drain, Aurora Veil, Blizzard, and I changed Freeze Dry to Aura Sphere because it gives better coverage and I'm able to hit more mons. I then have Walrein, who has Fur Coat and becomes incredibly bulky in the snow. Blizzard, Toxic, Scald, Protect. A pretty stally moveset. Should be able to take physical hits. Toxic, put them on a timer and stall them out. I then have Sandslash, who has Ice Scales and also has Slush Rush as another ability, which I do think I changed to for one of the fights. Run it Adamant. Got Home Claws, Iron Head, Substitute and Icicle Crash. Sandslash is going to hit hard, should take some hits. And lastly I've got Chien-Pao, Sword of Ruin, Expert Belt, Adamant Nature, Sucker Punch, Night Slash, Sacred Sword, Icicle Crash. The hardest hitting physical attacker on my team. And one of the main reasons why I'm able to make it through this Elite Four. But up first I'm against Sydney, and he leads his Moltres. We don't know which one yet. So I just set up the Stealth Rocks turn 1, send in my Ninetales as Fiery Wrath comes in. I am able to not get flinched by the Earth Slash and set up an Aurora Veil. I do get flinched the next time. And Ninetales does go down. But we have the Aurora Veil and the snow set up, so now we're really bulky. I send out my Sandslash, who goes for the substitute. Goes for a Home Claws. Fiery Wrath shouldn't take out the sub, thanks to the Aurora Veil and Ice Scales. I'm able to go for an Icicle Crash. Bring down the Moltres to its Focus Sash. And go for one more Icicle Crash to take it out and stop the Trick Room going up again. Guzzlord then comes in, goes for Hammer Arm, and the Trick Room finally ends. I did miscount the turns. I thought it would end the turn before, but it ended the turn after and Sandslash ended up going down. It's no big deal, I can just send in my Abomasnow, who is able to one-shot with Blizzard. Victini comes in. I set up the Aurora Veil, as Victini does set up the Trick Room once again. I did have to switch here, because Abomasnow's quad weak to fire moves, and I go straight into my Walrein, who takes basically nothing from the V-Create, thanks to the Aurora Veil and Thick Fat, and Fur Coat and the snow. We're able to Toxic Victini, put it on a timer, and now it's a case of waiting out the Trick Room, go for the Scald, take it out, and Absol comes in. Once again, I'm not really scared of Absol because of how bulky Walrein is. Close combat does nothing. I'm able to get a big Scald off in return. Sucker Punch leaves me over half HP, and I'm able to finish it off. Monkey Dory then comes in. I do go for the Protect for a bit of leftovers recovery. Go into a Bomber Snow to reset the snow back up. A Sludge Wave is not quite going to take me out, but then another one will. I send out my Mamoswine. Grass Knot doesn't take me out. Earthquake will be able to take out Monkey Dory. Leaving just the Grimmsnarl left. I go for an Ice Shard to get a bit of damage off on Grimmsnarl. And now I have Chien-Pao and Walrein in the back to deal with the Grimmsnarl. I go for Chien-Pao. Go for the Icicle Crash. It takes it out, and down goes Sydney. I make my way through to Phoebe. She leads with her Dragapult. I lead with my Mamoswine. Go for an Icicle Crash. Does big damage and takes out the Dragapult. Gengar comes in. I did go for Stealth Rock here. Ice Shard here to get a bit of damage off, as Focus Blast does take me out. I'm able to go straight into Chien-Pao though. Sucker Punch is going to take it out with the Sword of Ruin and the Expert Belt, and force Annihilate in. Walrein's my best answer to this, after I set up the Snow, and the Aurora Veil, which I do with my Ninetales. Drain Punch doesn't do too much. Go for a Moonblast to get the Annihilate blow. Drain Punch still doesn't take me out, but it brings back enough HP where Annihilate's able to live the second Moonblast. I would have been able to deal with that with Walrein, but I decided to save Walrein for some reason, and instead I just finished it off with Chien-Pao because it outspeeds. Drapion comes in. I just want to get some damage off, so I'll go for the Icicle Crash. I get the flinch. I go for another Icicle Crash. Finish off the Drapion. And in comes Petcherum. It is really bulky on the physical side, but a Night Slash still does massive damage. Malignant Chain doesn't take me out. I finish it off with another Night Slash. In comes Calyrex. I go for the Sucker Punch to bring it down to its sash. And I will go down to an Astral Barrage here. And this isn't that scary because I have Sandslash with the Ice Scales, and I should hopefully live an Astral Barrage. I do just about finish off the Calyrex, and in comes Glacier, and we have a mirror match against her Ice team. She leads with Ninetales, sets up the Snow for me. I set up the Stealth Rocks. Energy Ball doesn't quite take two-shot me. I live on 2. Get a hit off. Get an Ice Shard off as Extrasensory finishes off Mamoswine. Then I have to send in my Sandslash. Go for a Hone Claws because Moonblast isn't going to do a lot to me. I did also end up getting rid of Substitute on Sandslash for better coverage. I go for the Iron Head, and I think this is the battle where I changed to Slush Rush. It didn't end up mattering because Flare Blitz just takes me out. From Galarian Darmanitan. But I'm able to send in Chien-Pao. It's so low where a Sucker Punch will just take it out. And Electivire comes in. Here I know a fighting move's coming in, so I go into Ninetales. Reset up the Snow. Mach Punch does not a lot of damage. I am able to set up the Aurora Veil. It's not super useful in this fight because Defog actually gets rid of the screens, and including Aurora Veil, meaning Sludge Wave is now going to do massive damage. I do end up going for a Moonblast because I was hoping for special attack drop, set up the Aurora Veil one more time, because it will force Volcanion to go for Defog on another Bon, meaning I can avoid some damage. I send in my Chien-Pao, go for the Night Slash, I get a crit and take out Volcanion, meaning Aurora Veil's going to stay set up. I do switch into Walrein here, who absolutely tanks the close combat. Then goes for Plasma Fist, which Walrein also tanks really well. The Aurora Veil does wear off, so I need a bit of HP back. The Plasma Fist is now going to do big damage and take me out. I was hoping with the Lefty's recovery I could get enough HP back to live. It didn't work out that way. But Chien-Pao can come in and finish it off. Imperium then comes in. I go for the Ice Skull Crash as it goes for Scale Shot. I live on 40 HP, as Fusion Bolt does end up taking me out. And Imperium lives on basically 1. And then able to send in my Abomasnow. Scale Shot, once again, doesn't take me out, thanks to the buff I got from the snow, which I set up. Glacier's Abomasnow then comes out, and this is the reason why I gave it Aura Sphere, because it's super effective and does massive damage. I lived the Ice Hammer and lived the second Ice Hammer on 1, as Abomasnow pulls through and is able to finish the fight. Up next is Cynthia. I lead with Ninetales, set up the snow, go for a super effective Moonblast on the Spiritomb, as I take a bit of damage from Poltergeist. I tank one more. I go for the Aurora Veil on this turn. Go for one more Moonblast. Finish off the Spiritomb. In comes Zamazenta. Behemoth Bash obviously takes me out, because it's a really strong move. I'm able to send in my Mamoswine. Still holding the Focus Sash, so I know I'll be able to live a hit. I set up the Stealth Rocks, and see it looking at the damage. I was thinking I'd live one more. I do. I live the Body Press, do massive damage with Earthquake, and Behemoth Bash is going to take me out here. And the snow does stop. So I go straight into my Abomasnow. He's able to set the snow right back up. Mega Evolve. Still do get outsped, but the Body Press doesn't take me out. I'm able to go for Aura Sphere. Almost finish off the Zamazenta. Unfortunately go down the next turn. But I brought it down low enough to where Chien-Pao can finish it off with a Sucker Punch. I used a lot to get rid of Zamazenta, and now Xerneas comes out. I do big damage with Ice Skull Crash, get the flinch and take it out, and Heatran comes out. Probably the biggest threat to my team, just because of its typing, Fire and Steel. I do go for an Ice Skull Crash, get a bit of damage off on the Heatran. That was mainly because I didn't have a great switch. Heatran goes for Will-O-Wisp on my Sandslash, because Flamethrower... I don't know why I went for Will-O-Wisp, it could have just gone for Flamethrower, but I was able to get an Earthquake off, do big damage, and then Walrein's able to come in and finish it off. The reason why I saved Walrein in the back is because I need Walrein to deal with Cramorant. I need as much HP as I can on Walrein to deal with Cramorant and Garchomp. I get the Toxicroak on Cramorant, and now it's a case of stalling it out. Fortunately, it's not going for Surf, otherwise it would get the Gulp Missile boost, meaning that every time I hit it, I'd be doing more damage to myself. I'm able to make my way through Cramorant while staying over half HP. We stay relatively healthy as Garchomp comes in, and now I just need to land a Blizzard. I know I'm going to be able to live one hit from Garchomp because of my bulk. I live the Scale Shot, as it hits twice. I land the Blizzard, and Walrein takes out Garchomp and beats Cynthia. This leaves just the champions left, and they lead with both of their Mega Empoleons. Fortunately, I'm leading with Chien-Pao, who has the Expert Belt and Sacred Sword, so I'm able to outspeed and one-shot the Empoleon on the left, while setting up the Aurora Veil with Ninetales, meaning I'm able to live the Flash Cannon from the Empoleon on the right. The Palkia then comes in. I am going to double target the Palkia because I want to get rid of that whole left side first to make it a 2v1. I go for Icicle Crash and Moonblast, hoping for either a flinch or a special attack drop. I don't get either, and both my mons go down. But we do a lot of damage to Palkia. I send in my Sandslash and my Abomasnow. I don't need Aurora Veil anymore with Abomasnow, so it's got a fully offensive moveset now. I go for the Hone Claws with my Sandslash, and go for a quad effective Freeze Dry with Abomasnow on the Palkia, take it out, leaving just the Suicune on the left hand side. Metagross comes in as Empoleon flip turns out. I am +1 with my Sandslash, so I do just go for an attack, as I am able to get an Earthquake off, do not too much damage, but then Giga Drain is able to take out the Suicune. Metagross gets a big hit off on Sandslash, and unfortunately Sandslash does end up going down the next turn, after Metagross tanks an Icicle Crash and an Aura Sphere. I'm in a pretty good position though. I've got a 2v1 situation, even though we both have 3 mons left. I'm able to finish off the Metagross with Abomasnow and set up the Stealth Rocks, just for a little bit of chip, because I may as well. Aura Sphere Earthquake is able to take out Empoleon. I do very little damage to my Abomasnow with Earthquake, because it's really bulky under snow, and it resists the Earthquake. I then go for Icicle Crash and Blizzard onto the Dialga to get around its... to do a lot of damage to it. Unfortunately, Abomasnow goes down, but we bring the Dialga down to red. Go for another Blizzard, as Flash Cannon does massive damage to Walrein. Icicle Crash finishes it off, and there's the Elite Four beat. Ice is a fun type to use. It's always fun using types with weather, because you've got to position your Pokemon in the right way to best take advantage of it. But this was a fun team to use, and that is the Ice type done for Emerald Imperium.